Hello, beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today in this video, I am going to discuss books I want to read before 2023. So in this video, I have, I think, 5 or 6 books that I want to make a priority and try to read during the rest of the year. So this is not an official TBR, but it's books that I would really like to get onto a TBR in the near future. I probably won't get to all of them, but these are ones that I would like to read very soon. So let's start with the one book I know I'm definitely going to read, The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. This was in my video where I talked about my most anticipated upcoming releases, and I put this whole book on hold at the library. They did just send me an email saying that my hold is ready to pick up, so this week I will be going to get the book and I'm going to have to read it in the next 2 weeks. I am a little busy right now, so I kind of wish the hold could come in next month, but since I finally have this book, I am gonna have to drop everything and just read The Marriage Portrait. So Maggie O'Farrell's previous novel, Hamnet, was a 5-star read for me. I absolutely loved it and I love her writing. This new book follows Lucrezia de Medici, who as a teenager is sent to marry the Duke of Ferrara. If you have ever read the poem My Last Duchess by Robert Browning, her story is what inspired that poem. And when I heard the concept for this book, it just increased my excitement tenfold. I will be really interested to see Maggie O'Farrell's interpretation of this story and how she's going to choose to end it. And I am, of course, definitely excited to read another book with her exquisite writing. Another book I mentioned in that anticipated new releases video is Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. This is another one I placed a hold for at the library, and I'm not sure when I will get this book, but if I get it before the end of the year, I am definitely going to read it, and I hope I will have the opportunity to read it. This takes place on an island with this wealthy family, the family of the title character Daisy Darker, and the grandmother in this family is dying. So they've all gathered to this island, I believe for the reading of her will or to be with her before she dies, and strange things begin to happen on this island. I've been told this is meant to be a retelling or inspired by And Then There Were None. And Then There Were None is one of my absolute favorite books and my favorite mystery. I also have enjoyed Alice Feeney's previous books. I've given each of her books at least 4 stars, I believe, so I am excited for this one in particular, especially since I've heard many people say it is their favorite Alice Feeney book. I hope I will love it as much as other people have. Next, I wanted to mention some mystery series I want to continue in the near future. I don't know if I will get to each one before the end of the year, but I would be very happy to be able to fit some of these books onto a future TBR. Firstly, I only have 2 books until I'm caught up in the Veronicas Feedwell Mysteries by Deanna Raybourn. I really enjoy this historical mystery series, and there are still 2 books out there that I have not read yet. An Unexpected Peril and An Impossible Imposter. So if I read these 2 books, I will be all caught up with the series in time for the publication of the next book in the series, which I believe is called A Sinister Revenge, and that book is coming out in 2023. These books are so fun. They are historical mysteries set in the 1880s Victorian England, and the 2 main characters are so delightful. They have a really great relationship and an amazing witty banter, and I think all of the books are just super fun historical mystery reads. I will say there was one book in this series that I gave 5 stars this year, and then the 2 after that I did not love as much. One of them was a 3-star read for me, and the other was a 4-star, and obviously a 3-star book is not a bad book, it just wasn't on the same level as the other books in the series in my opinion. So I want to see where the series is going to go next and if I can find another 5-star read in this series. Another historical mystery series I started is the Charles Lennox series by Charles Finch. I read the first book, A Beautiful Blue Death, recently, and I would like to continue with this series. There are many books in this series. I think close to 15 books out there, so I have a lot to read. The second book in this series is called The September Society, so I would like to read this in the coming months. In December, I am hoping that I will be able to participate in Cloak and Dagger Christmas, which is a mystery readathon that takes place in the month of December, so perhaps I will be able to fit one of these books on that December TBR. And finally, the other historical mystery series I would really like to continue is going to be the Mr. and Mrs. Darcy Mysteries series by Carrie Bebris. I read the first book in this series this year for Jane Austen July, and I would like to continue the series. The second book is called Suspense and Sensibility. When I heard that this was a series that exists, I was overjoyed because I absolutely love murder mysteries, and I also love Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice is my all-time favorite book, and I love Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy, my favorite couple. So when I found out there was a series where these two solve murders together, instantly I was like, sign me up, because that just sounded like the fan fiction scenario of my dreams. It combines two things that I really love together in one series. What more can a girl want? Also, these later books in the series all incorporate characters from other Jane Austen novels, which is super exciting. So I believe book 2 will include the characters from Sense and Sensibility. I am so excited to keep reading these. They're just fun, you know? Just fun, easy reads. Amazing Jane Austen murder mystery fanfic. I also think it would probably be a good idea for me to read the second book in the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. I believe the second book is called Thunderhead. I can't think of it off the top of my head right now, but I read the first Scythe book all the way back in January, I think, as part of my real life book club. And I really loved it. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it as much as I did because this is a young adult book and I don't really read young adult anymore, and it just never really does it for me at this point in my life. But this one I thought was really excellent. It was probably the best young adult book I've read since I read The Hunger Games. You probably know what this series is about. It's all over booktube, but just in case you don't, this book takes place in a utopian future where people no longer die of natural causes, and because of this, these people in society train to be called scythes, and every year they have to kill a certain percentage of the population to keep the population under control. The first book was so good. I thought it was really entertaining, and sometimes I feel like young adult books don't pack the same punch as adult books for me, but this one I felt like was very complex and interesting. So I should probably read book 2 before I forget everything that happened in book 1. Oh goodness, now I pulled a muscle in my neck just turning around to reach for this book. I am having a day, you guys. But finally, before the end of the year, I would really like to make one more trying to solve an Agatha Christie mystery video. I filmed one of those videos with the first Miss Marple mystery. I will link that in the card. And it was so much fun. I had such a good time trying to solve the mystery. I didn't guess right, but it was still a lot of fun, and I would love to do it again. So I have not 100% decided what book I want to try to solve in the next video, but currently I am leaning towards Peril at N House. I do own this one, which is part of the reason why I wanted to choose it. And also I believe other people have made videos trying to solve this one, so well, one, I can watch their videos after I read the book and try to solve it, and two, I think that means it would probably be a good Agatha Christie to use for that video. Agatha Christie has written so many books. Some of them are more traditional English murder mysteries, and some of them lean a little bit more thriller, and I think this one is definitely more of a mystery, so it would be good for that sort of video. Alright everyone, so those are some books that I would like to read before 2023. Let me know, are there any books you are hoping to read before the end of the year? Do let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more from me. I post new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. My social media links are in the description if you want to follow me on Tumblr, Instagram, or be my friend on Goodreads. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a delightful rest of your day. Bye, and I'll see you next time.